A second down throw for Prescott. Screen play, Johnson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. And what I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
He was trying to turn the corner, but he will go nowhere. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
You talk about this Washington defense.
They were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game.
And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year of the NFL now.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson.
And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense,
They're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott.
Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. The kick by McManus is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson. 17 carries, 63 yards, and a touchdown.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked with him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
Here's 3rd and 3. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll look to throw here. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. So nothing doing there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll set up to throw.
Samuel bringing in the slant.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. He'll look to throw.
Target is to Dotson, and he's got him.
They'll wind up getting just a yard. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Johnson with a reception.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Prescott from the gun. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott.
Well, there's Gallup. Nice catch.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. So a new man under center here, Charles. It's the ultra-rare quarterback trade, and he delivers a strike there.
And you just don't see this happen very often. Changing of teams during the season at the quarterback position, but they expect impact from him, and they should get it.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott.
He'll check this down to Johnson.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it's 2nd down. Johnson running left, shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott.
That's to Schoonmaker, the tight end.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Play action now, Prescott.
Out to the flat here for Johnson. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 24-yard line.
A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
Prescott to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Prescott. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then. And now after that completion there, they've got a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. To Johnson again. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
The kick by McManus is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field. They are still in search of their first points of the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a 1st down.
Here we go, set, yellow, 43.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. On 3rd down, Robinson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. Now they got to get to the line quickly. 2nd and 6. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Back to throw again. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Cowboy offense is going to head out now late in this first half. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
2nd and 6.
They'll set up a throw. He's got Allen. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Prescott looks to throw on 1st.
That is caught by Lamb.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. To the air again, Prescott. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. The kick by McManus is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Bryce Young, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. Next, we head north to Philly to check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Jalen Hurts, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Lastly, let's head to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati to see what's happening with the Bengals. And they were winners in that game over the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Joe Burrow, 4 touchdown passes in the victory.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25. First chance for the Commanders offense now as they head out for their opening series of the second half. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. They'll look to throw.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Prescott now.
Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Here's Prescott.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. And the Washington offense going back to work.
And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. He'll drop to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the 1st down. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Now here's Michael Dixon. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. On 2nd down, Prescott again.
Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Second down, Prescott.
That is caught, Schoonmaker. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 38-yard line.
That one goes for 24 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They'll throw again. Prescott.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 18.
They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Running from the gun, Johnson. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Head here with Pollard. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. Escaping the pressure right. Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the 1st as well. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they wanted to contain him in this game.
He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's first and goal. A give up the middle to Johnson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on second and goal here.
Johnson again.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great effort there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Well, we lasted all the way to the 4th quarter without a touchdown being on the board, but here a key one to extend the lead.
Definitely, and I really doubt, though, that that's going to open the floodgates. What do you think, partner?
No, not the way that we've seen these defenses play.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They've been rock solid, but we had to know that sooner or later, someone had to surrender a touchdown, and it happened right there.
Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense returning to the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Back to throw here.
It returns it right back to Samuel.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Looking to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Now 2nd and 9.
They'll look to throw again.
Again, it's Johnson.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
Now we got whistles before the snap. Looked like one of the Commanders jumped. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 44-yard line. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 9.
He'll look to throw. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Micah Parsons in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and a mile. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will be taken down, but it's a big play and a conversion for Washington on 4th down.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a 1st down, but a big play as well.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Oh, a strip. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the 4th quarter.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Prescott.
Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker.
He had a great strong move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw. Prescott.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 55 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They go to Johnson again. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks. Up the middle, Johnson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they take a knee. 14-yard line, 2nd and 11. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it. And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. This to make it a 3-score game late. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Dallas, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Commanders, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.